The WNBA draft is complete and it was an action-packed one for sure. A lot of teams made some great selections and it was amazing to see some pure ballers get selected and get a chance to play at the highest professional level. With that being said though, one team clearly rose above the rest in this draft and arguably selected one of the best draft hauls in recent memory, with that being the Indiana Fever. The pure talents they landed in this draft has set them up brilliantly for the future alone, but also the fit of the majority of these players with their current core is elite. They're going to be such an exciting team to watch this upcoming season after a couple of years of misery. So in today's video, I'll be breaking down the great selections made by Indiana last night, their fit into the current Fever core, and overall why these draftees could be so important for the future of Indiana. Before we start, if you are new here and enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe for more women's basketball content like this. I'd love to reach 3,000 subscribers on this channel, so all support would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, with that being said, let's talk about the Indiana Fever. The Fever's first selection on the night was the second overall pick in NaLyssa Smith, and this was a great choice. As the consensus number 2 pick behind Rhyne Howard, the Fever couldn't really make a mistake here, and in turn, they've gained a fantastic piece to their young core who should slide in really well. I say this because Smith is an incredibly versatile player. At 6'2" and with her skill set, she's able to play in either the backcourt or slide into the front court when needed. Her rebounding ability makes her a valuable threat inside the paint, as she's going to consistently bring multiple efforts on both ends, and her strength makes her a dangerous option on the low block and inside the three-point line in general. This versatility is also seen defensively, where she has the capability to defend positions 1 through 5 and remain effective, thanks to again her strength and size. And for such a poor defensive team in the Indiana Fever, that's going to be a major positive addition. So that's why I really like this pick for Indiana. Overall, Smith has the potential to develop into one of the better wings in the WNBA, which makes this such an exciting selection for the Fever. NaLyssa is just the surface though of the incredible depth and talent that Indiana were able to draft last night. With the 4th pick, Indiana decided to select Emily Engstler, which is probably my favorite selection of theirs. I personally had her in my top 5 on my draft board, and thought Indiana would be a great place for her to go at 4, so for her to end up there is great. I'm a big believer in Engstler's talent and professional future. She proved big time in March Madness how much of a difference maker she is, and her transfer to Louisville was ultimately the reason why they were able to improve significantly on their 2021 season. Engstler is a fantastic perimeter defender, averaging nearly 3 steals per game in her senior season. Combining that with the elite defense of NaLyssa Smith, pesky guard combo in Kelsey and Tiffany Mitchell, and the Fever are building a brilliant young core that can not only get buckets, but clamp up the opposition on the other side of the floor. It's an exciting factor that should be taken into account, and if Smith and Engstler can transition into the W smoothly and make an impact immediately, the Fever could at least become an average defensive team next season, with the chance to be an elite one a few years down the line. Continuing on with the Fever's top 10 picks, at pick 6, they selected Lexie Hull from Stanford, another fantastic decision by the front office. Lexie Hull was a major X-factor for the Cardinal in their championship run in 2021 and Final Four appearance this past season, having the ability to explode for 20 to 30 points a night if given the opportunity. She's got a knack for finding space with the ball in hand and can also knock down threes at a very high rate, 39% on the season. I think on this Fever team she'll provide an instant impact off the bench, whether that's in a spot-up shooting role, secondary playmaker, something like that I think could utilize her talents well and no doubt add further young depth to this on-the-rise team. The Fever finished dead last in 3-point percentage last season, so the shooting hole should provide consistently will be a major benefit to this young squad. Finally, rounding out the top 10, the Fever selected Queen Egbo from Baylor, who I believe is one of the more pro-ready prospects in this draft class. Egbo has a high floor, thanks to her elite level rim protection, averaging nearly 2 blocks a game. Her persistence on the interior makes her a tough player to score on, and I think she can be a key big for the Fever down the track. With some more development, she could turn into a really nice cornerstone defensively, and that's why I think this is a great pick from Indiana. It doesn't end here though for the Fever, because they continue to draft great talents even after the first round. With their 20th pick, the Fever landed the player of the match from the national championship game, Destiny Henderson, and I love this pickup. Henderson, though a streaky player, is a purebred hooper with a well-balanced pairing of flashiness and fundamentals. With her hustle and grit defensively, she's a tenacious scorer who can get going at all 3 levels and even showed her ability to do more than just spot-up shoot in the championship game versus UConn, scoring off the dribble, attacking the hoop, and also finding teammates out of the pick and roll. That scoring talent is a fantastic addition to the Fever, who finished dead last in 3-point percentage, field goal percentage, and second to last in points per game last season. We'll see how Henderson transitions to the professional level. I think she might be a bit shaky at first, but the potential production she could provide is a major upside for the Fever, and I think they saw that in her when they selected her 20th overall. And again, while I don't expect her to be an elite rookie out the gate, once she finds her role on this team, Henderson should become a player you expect to make a major impact night in and night out. But with that all being said, what do these draft selections mean for the Fever and their future? Well, for a team that struggled the last few seasons, I think this draft class gives them a lot of hope. They've drafted proven college prospects and haven't missed a beat on really any of their selections. Even some of the other under-the-radar players they drafted, like Williams Holiday or the hometown kid and mid-range sniper Ali Patberg out of Indiana University, should prove to be quality selections. They probably will be bad again next season. This is a team still in the midst of a rebuild, but realistically, it should only be up from here as the young guns develop. If Engstler, Smith, Henderson, etc. can all turn into the stars they have potential to be, we might be looking at a championship core in a few years' time. We'll have to wait and see how this pans out, but for now, the Fever appear to be setting themselves up brilliantly for the future, and in my eyes, should be one of the more fun teams to watch in the W this season. But that will conclude the video. What do you guys think of this? What were your thoughts on the WNBA draft and the Indiana Fever selections? Who were your biggest winners and losers of the draft? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave it a like and subscribe. With that being said, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.